So that's why I don't need to type a lot of anything. Sometimes I do because I'm running a YouTube.
I think this is our first session, right? Together?
Exactly.
Yeah. Can we start with an introduction?
For sure, of course. So I should introduce myself first.
Yes.
Okay. So my name is Ashutosh Zavedi, and I'm connecting to you from Kanpur city of Uttar Pradesh. And when it
Okay.
comes to my education, I have pursued my degree, that is BCom Honors Accounting from Banaras Hindu University. But
Wow.
now I'm pursuing my master's, that is Masters of Arts in English Literature. That's all about myself. Apart from this, I do run a YouTube channel which is based on spoken English conversations. That's all about me.
All right. That's amazing. So, you're pursuing a degree in English literature, right? Master's?
Yeah,
Yeah. Where is it from?
it's from my city only, Kanpur.
All right. That's great. So, tell me, how do you like your course right now?
Yeah, to be honest, I will tell you that I wanted to have a degree in English. That's why I
Hmm.
thought of doing English literature. But after I found I'm more into spoken English. Literature
All
is something
right.
where you have to read a lot and you have to read many writers. But now
Mm-hmm.
I'm into conversation and I like interacting with the people. So I'm into communication skills. I like it. Of course, it's a nice course. You can read writers. It's good. But I like interacting with the people as much as I can. That's why I'm here.
That's amazing. And I think this skill will win you a lot of jobs, a lot of PR
Mhm.
jobs, a lot of HR jobs. They are
Yeah,
about interacting with people. I like it too.
exactly.
As a tutor, I get to meet a lot of different people, new people from across the country. I really like it. So
Yeah.
I'm Shawnee. I'm from
Hmm.
Kolkata and I've shifted to Delhi for my degree at Delhi University. I just recently graduated, so let's see. All
Oh,
right.
that's great.
Mhm. So, yeah, what I like to do is I like to start my sessions with an extempore. Are you familiar with the concept?
Mhm. Yes. Okay.
Okay. So I'll give you a topic and you have to speak about it for like 3 to 4 minutes. Is that
Okay.
okay?
I'll try my best.
Yes. No, it's okay. You can just talk about it very casually.
Mhm.
All right. You can choose any of these two that I'm sending you and you can speak about it. Take a minute, think, and then speak.
Yeah.
Which one do you want to speak about?
Yeah. I can talk about my favorite festival.
Okay.
So this is also the festival season now. Recently, yesterday, the Ganesh Chaturthi has been started. So, but when
Yes.
it comes to my favorite festival, I like Diwali so much because I'm from UP. So it is the
Hmm.
main festival of my state. Of course, Diwali, the people they are celebrating everywhere. But when it comes to the UP, so UP is the place where Rama came back to
Yeah,
Ayodhya.
yeah,
So it
yeah.
is the birthplace of Krishna and Rama both. So this is the great festival which I like because most of the people they go back to their hometown in Diwali. Apart from this, when it comes to other festivals, people they don't go to their home. But Diwali is a special festival, so they move back to their home.
Hmm.
And what I like about Diwali, so it is a festival of almost a week for us.
Yeah,
So we
true.
celebrate many things like Dhanteras, Choti Diwali, then Badi Diwali, then Bhaiya
Hmm.
Dooj. Dooj is there.
Okay, okay.
So Govardhan Puja. There are several things to celebrate. And we go to our neighbor's house, we take blessings from them, and we enjoy talking and we talk about our career and future and everything. So it is a
Hmm.
wonderful festival which I like. And apart from this, like another thing, which is this is the festival of lights. So you can see nowadays we are not able to see that diyas a lot. Most of the people they will have that electric lights and they will decorate their houses by electric lights, but it
Hmm.
used to be very good when I used to see that 5 or 10 years ago only, that they used to lighten up diyas like that, so it was wonderful.
Diyas and
So
candles.
that's what
Yes,
I
I
do.
do remember.
And apart from this, another festival like Holi, that is also very nice. This is the festival of colors. I used to enjoy a lot being a child. Now I don't enjoy that much because
Why
of
not?
course, Yeah, it's now I don't go out and I don't celebrate. I used to celebrate a lot when I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
And second thing, it is very famous in Mathura. So there are several kind of celebrating things like Latchmar Holi or Laddumar Holi. Several things
Wow,
are
I
there
didn't
in
know
Mathura.
about that.
Yes, exactly. Because Mathura is the birthplace of Krishna, and it's especially famous for like Holi. Most of the people they visit Mathura and Vrindavan in Holi, and it's wonderful.
It must be also crowded, right?
Of course, no
So
doubt.
Holi is also one of my favorite festivals, and we play like hooligans. God.
Mhm.
Anyway, so that was really fascinating to hear about. Can you go ahead and pronounce this word for me? I'm sending it to you.
Festivals,
Could you repeat?
festivals.
Yes, it's okay. Because I think I heard you saying festivals. So I just wanted to correct the pronunciation, all right?
Okay, maybe it
So how
happens
long?
due to flow.
Yeah, exactly. So these little things will always happen. You just need to be a little more mindful. But you are in a good place speaking skills wise. So
Oh,
how long
thank
has
you.
it been with Clapping?
Clappingo, it's been more than 8 or 9 months, but I was on and off. I was not consistent.
Hmm.
So I had started in last 2022, I think
Okay.
December or November 2022, but I was on and off. So I took 3 or 4 subscription plans, and recently I took another one. So that's why I'm
Okay.
here.
And do you think, according to you, have you come a long way from the speaking skills that you used to have?
Sorry, what's your question?
Have you come a long way in your English speaking journey?
Yes, of course, I can say that. It's been 3 years I have been practicing spoken English, and
Hmm.
I'm about to complete 8 or 9 months on Clappingo. So, what I feel there are several things to improve till now. Nobody is perfect because this is a language. And I have interacted with more than 15,000 people all around the
Wow.
world. I like talking to
Okay.
the people, I like knowing about their professions, about their culture, about their life, everything. So, I don't feel like that it is enough, but I feel there is of course a lot of things to learn. So,
That's very true. But that's also, I think, the best thing about language. No one can perfect it, but if you even know the basics of it, it's just for communication. No
yes,
one will
and now
ask you
I
to be
enjoy this
perfect.
process. So I don't take it as very serious that I have to study and I have a lecture. It is I enjoy the process. I like interacting, and along with that, I'm becoming better with it. So I'm becoming comfortable talking to the people, and so that's
That's
why I'm
amazing.
continuing.
That's amazing. So, did you get time to go through the session notes for today?
Yes.
All right. So, what do you think about the topic?
The topic is all about like papers versus screens. And of course, nowadays, due to this technology, nobody would like to choose papers. Most of the people they are busy on screens. I feel, of course, bad and terrible about it because people they get a lot of mental issues due to that because
Hmm.
most of the time they spend on screens because it is a harmful for our mind, for our eyes, and most of the time people they use that earbuds also, so it is
Yeah,
problematic for ears as well. But due to the technology we that all the paper has that screens has replaced the papers, so that's what I can say. And it's fine somehow, but what can we do? We can't
yeah.
change the whole system, and as we are going forward with the technology, so it is really difficult to go back with the papers. But till now people they read books and they enjoy doing things on paper, but it takes a lot of time. What you can do on computer for in few seconds, you have to maintain a paper, and you have to write everything. So everywhere you go now, in banks or everywhere in shops, they maintain things on they maintain data on computers, not on papers now.
Very true. That's true. So, what do you prefer personally, a printed book or a PDF screen?
To be honest, I'm not able to read for a very long period of time on screens, but I can read books. That's good for me. But what happens like nowadays, the people they prefer reading on online because they can get PDF for free. But if you have to buy
Exactly.
a book, of course, like every single book you
And
can't
especially
buy, right?
for students like you and me. We can't afford all the books, especially textbooks.
Exactly. Books are really expensive, 800, 1,000, 2,000 rupees. So it's better to get a a PDF version. And of course, what I found nowadays, most of the people, they are interested in watching videos nowadays. They are not interested in reading a lot. I feel
Mm-hmm.
the even though yesterday, I was watching a video of Palki Sharma Upadhyay. She was talking about the same talk that the people now, they prefer videos more. They don't read a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They don't prefer reading. So that's why, even though I don't want to buy a lot of books, but it's good to read, from the book you will get the feel. I don't get the feel by reading on a screen, but the if you have the book in your hand, that you will get a different kind of feel. But most of the time, I actually, to be honest, I'm not a bookworm. I don't read a lot of books. So but I prefer watching videos, and I prefer making videos as well, and I like
Mm-hmm.
listening and talking to the people.
Well, that's amazing. But it puts you in a tough spot, I think, as a master's in English literature, right?
Mhm.
How
Yeah,
do you manage
exactly.
that?
It is. Yeah, I will tell you, to be honest, I am not that much into degree. I study those things like when exams are there. Apart from this, I
Mm-hmm.
am not giving a lot of time for those things because I want to go forward with this practical spoken English skills.
Okay, that's great. That's amazing. So, this shift from paper to screens, how has this affected you personally? Can you think about the ways? Do you write anymore or do you type out everything? How has this impacted you?
Actually, when it comes to me, I used to be totally based on books. I studied from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. So when I was there, phone was not allowed. So there was no chance to go over the screen and computer. So we used to study through books only. It was fine. But when I became the student of BHU, also I studied in BHU. There also it's okay. I purchased all the books from the first semester. I used to make notes and everything. But when I came back in COVID-19, that this transition happened, and I
Yeah.
started focusing more on videos and but I don't type a lot. I'm not, as I told you, that I'm into this is speaking. I like talking to the people. I like interacting. I like watching videos. So I don't write a lot. I read sometimes, but I watch sometimes, and I talk with the people. So I want to go forward in the same career, and I want to make my profession in this spoken English. So that's why I don't need to type a lot of anything. Sometimes I do, because I'm running a YouTube channel as well. So I
Hmm.
write titles and descriptions, and so that's how I'm able to do that.
Well, that's amazing, especially since English is not a language that you might have learned since you were a child,
Hmm.
like a lot of fluent speakers. So it's amazing that you came to it a lot later in life than most of us did. But you're so fluent in it. It's great. It's
Oh, thank
amazing.
you.
I find it admirable. So, what are the things that you still struggle with while you're speaking English?
Yeah, when it comes to the spoken English, what I feel, when we write, we get the proper time to think about it. But when it comes to the speaking, we don't get that much time to think about it. And sometimes we make mistakes in a flow. As you
Hmm.
told me about the pronunciation, sometimes, even though when you will just ask me to pronounce that,
Yeah.
separately, I'll be able to do that because consciously I'm doing that. You are asking for the pronunciation. But when I speak in a flow, I make mistakes, and sometimes grammatical mistakes as well, that instantly, if I have to give an answer, maybe I'll not be able to focus that much, that what is right in sentence and what can be the
Mm-hmm.
right sentence structure.
Very
So
true.
this kind of problems I face. Apart from this, I'm able to communicate with the people comfortably because I have been doing it for more than 2 or 3 years on videos.
That's amazing. And 2 or 3 years is actually a very short time to learn a language. All right. Back to the topic for a bit. After this, if you want, we can try out a few pronunciation exercises, which is how I usually end my sessions. So, would you like that?
Exactly. Yes, of course, I would love to do that.
All right. So, what do you think are the benefits of using actual paper as opposed to screens?
Sorry, can you hear me? I got a call.
Hello. Yeah. You got cut off for a second, but go on.
Yeah. Yeah. So what was your question? That
I asked, what are the benefits, do you think, of using traditional methods like pen and paper?
Yes, what I think, if you write on paper, it goes into your permanent memory, and you can keep those things in your mind for a very long period of time. But when you read
Hmm.
on the screen, I don't feel like after a certain after a few hours and few days you are going to forget those things. So when you write, practice by it, so it comes in your hand as well. When I was in 12th standard, my English teacher used to say that if you will write again and again, it will be fit into your hand memory as well. So you will be able to write in your exams. So the same way, if you're going to write anything, like it will be there in your mind for a very long period of time. And of course, this is the benefit what I feel, to use actual papers. Apart from this, everything has been replaced by the computer in a very well manner, that you can keep the data, and you can like maybe you can't keep a book for a 10 years, but you can keep a data in computer for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. So but this is the thing only I feel, and I get the
Hmm.
feel by writing it. If I have to make a schedule, I love writing on paper. I write that I have to do sessions or this in a day. So that's what I feel.
All right, that's great. So it was great having this conversation with you. I'll give you a little bit of feedback, and then if we have time, we'll move on to the pronunciation exercises. Okay.
Yeah.
The first thing is, I think even it's unconscious, but you struggle a little bit with the EA pronunciations. So things like sessions become sessions, festivals become festivals. So
Hmm.
you have to be a little bit mindful to pronounce E
Hmm.
as E and not A.
Okay.
All right?
Festivals.
Yeah. So see, you are consciously you're pronouncing it correctly. But again, it might be the mother tongue influence or something. But for a
Hmm.
speaker as fluent as you shouldn't have to mess up with the pronunciations anymore. All right. So just be a
Okay.
little bit mindful of the EA pronunciations. Yeah. The second thing is, and this is something that is from my end only. You won't probably find it from a lot of tutors. Mm, this session felt a little bit performative. So, what I think is that while you're speaking English, of course, you're very fluent in it, but you're also speaking very professionally. What you could do is turn it down a notch and speak personally for connecting with
Okay.
people, which you would
Okay.
rather want. Okay. This
Uh,
is very professional English.
mhm.
All right.
Okay, so
So,
means I have to talk a little more friendly in that manner, that normally it
yeah,
looks
this
more
feels like office
professional when
talk.
I'm talking.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is very
Yeah.
professional. All right. Which is
Yeah,
great.
the
You've
thing is that,
perfected
of course,
official
I'm a
English.
content creator, and of
Yeah.
consciously I'm making this video for the content, for my YouTube channel. So
All
that's what
right.
the thing is. But when I talk with the people on personal basis or off camera, that it is not, then I talk general and
Yeah, yeah,
informally
yeah.
as well. Hmm.
So if that's true, well, I'm very happy for you, right?
Hmm.
Because I didn't know that this was for your content creation purposes. So I was wanting to connect on a very more personal basis than what I got here. So if you can do it, well, that's great. This is the only feedback I had for you. Let's move on to the pronunciations. All right. Can you
Okay.
pronounce this word for me?
Yeah. Almond.
Can you say almond?
Almond. L is
Yes.
silent.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. Try this one.
It's dengue.
Very right. That's great. All right.